Just that number one, you can't act like it's not different. It is different. You have to be aware of that before the game. You have to go in there with anticipation and help those guys understand what they may see, what they may hear. But then also just to block it out. That's a lot easier said than done sometimes. But we're gonna have practice with the noise all week, I'm sure. So they'll get used to that. But just gonna have to have good communication and then stay locked into what we're doing.
You mentioned the practicing with the noise. Is there really any way to really replicate, what it feels like being in a place like that, or?
Uh, yeah, I'd say so. When you get in the indoor and you turn the volume all the way up, it gets loud. So you have an opportunity to do that if the volume's loud enough. Which I think that it does get loud enough. There are times in the indoor where if it's really turned up, you can barely hear each other. So that's similar to a stadium. So I think you can emulate it pretty good.
How about the connection you have with Keandre and what he's been able to do so far this season? What have you seen from him?
Yeah, it's been great so far. Obviously, with him coming in the summer, we tried to expedite things as quickly as we could, and it's been great getting to know him. I consider him a friend of mine, and just working on the field, and then also just getting to know each other off the field too. That's important, and so we've been able to connect a few times now, and I know that that's just going to continue to keep getting better, and as we get more of a feel for each other, and so I'm excited to keep rolling with him.
Peyton, you guys played Georgia close all the way to the end last year. One, what do you remember from that game? And two, how much do y'all take from the fact that y'all know that y'all can compete with a team like Georgia's caliber all the way?
Yeah, obviously remember that game last year here in our place, and like you said, we had a chance in the fourth quarter, and so unfortunately wasn't able to come out on top. But obviously they're a great team. They're a championship team who's done it before, and have a lot of respect for them. And but at the same time, you take from last year that, like you said, we can play with the top teams in the country. We proved that multiple times, and so for us, it's just about executing, putting together a good week's work, practice, and then trusting what our coaches are giving us, and then doing our best to go out there on Saturday and execute to the best of our ability and get in the end zone.
Peyton, where would you say you're at? Like, just mentally, kind of the last few weeks have been up and down. Do you feel like you're in a better spot now, sort of the flipping back and forth, or have you tried to stay consistent even when Hank was starting?
Yeah, obviously you try to stay as consistent as you can with your preparation and everything, and your mindset. But like I said before, that's not realistic all the time. When you're in different situations, you're gonna have different feelings, different emotions, throughout that time. And so I dealt with those things, but I did my best to learn from whatever the situation was. Whether it is what it was. And so like I said, I feel like I took a good mindset. I try my best to take a good mindset with it, and take what I can learn from it. And so I feel good with where I'm at right now.
You strike me as a pretty quiet man, like in normally. And when Freeze is coming at you in a game, he's pretty hot. I know you've been around this your whole career, but sometimes you have to compartmentalize when he gets really angry with you.
I wouldn't say I'm a quiet guy.
Okay.
For sure, I would definitely not say that. And if you ask my high school teammates, they would laugh at you. I have been around that. Having my dad as a coach, obviously, throughout my life, he was always the most calm during football. The worst was basketball. Oh my gosh, my mom wouldn't sit by him in basketball games. For whatever reason, it was basketball. But yeah, I dealt with that before. So, when you get into competitive environments like that, sometimes your emotions get a little hot, like you said, and so that can go both ways. And you try to calm down the best you can, and just listen to what I'm listening to what Coach is saying. He's hearing what I'm saying, and we try to get on the same page. So I'm not really worried about that at all.
You say your dad was worse in basketball.